There comes a moment in every person's life when the world quietly steps aside and waits. It's not dramatic. There's no applause, no spotlight, no heroic soundtrack swelling in the background. It's just you, standing in an ordinary moment with an extraordinary choice. That choice is simple, but it carries the weight of everything you'll become. Will you act as if you're the best? Most people never make that decision. They wait for proof. They wait for talent. They wait for confidence, for perfect timing, for someone to tap them on the shoulder and say, "You're ready now." They wait so long that their dreams grow old and stiff, sitting untouched in the corners of their lives. But a few people, the ones we call exceptional, unstoppable, world-class, they don't wait. They decide. They decide to act like they're the best before anyone believes it, including themselves. And that single decision becomes a turning point that separates the average from the extraordinary. The decision that changes everything. Imagine two individuals standing at the starting line of the same race. They have equal potential, equal time, equal opportunity. But one of them makes a quiet internal commitment that the other never even considers. Point one says, "I'll try." The other says, "I am going to perform like the best today, no matter what." That difference, that shift in identity, doesn't come from ego. It doesn't come from arrogance. It comes from responsibility, the willingness to hold yourself to a standard higher than comfort, higher than convenience, higher even than your mood. Because acting like the best isn't about pretending. It's about aligning your behavior with the person you are capable of becoming. Jim Rohn used to say, "Success is something you attract by the person you become." But here's the deeper truth. You become that person through what you choose to do, especially when you don't yet feel like the best. Greatness is not a talent. It is a decision supported by consistent action. Act before you feel ready. Most people believe confidence comes first, and then action follows. Wrong. Confidence is a byproduct, not the foundation. Extraordinary people don't wait to feel ready. They act boldly first, and the feeling of capability grows afterward. They say, "I will behave like the best today, even if my emotions haven't caught up yet." Because when you act with excellence, your brain adapts. It stops searching for reasons to doubt you and starts searching for opportunities that match the identity you've chosen. This is why some people rise in their careers while others stay stuck. Why some transform their health while others repeat the same promises every January. Why some build meaningful relationships while others drift through shallow interactions. It's all identity. It's all behavior reinforcing identity. It's all choosing to live today as the version of you who refuses to settle. The standard you set determines the results you get. Results are never the starting point. They are the mirror. You want higher income? Raise your standard for quality of work you produce. You want better health? Raise your standard for what you put in your body and how you treat your energy. You want deeper relationships? Raise your standard for how present, honest, and generous you are. You want a stronger mind? Raise your standard for the information you consume and the habits you reinforce. People say they want success, but they cling to the lifestyle of mediocrity. They want the outcome but reject the identity. I'll work hard once I'm successful. I'll act confident once I feel confident. I'll commit once I know it will work. That's not how life rewards you. Results change last. Standards change first. Act like the best before you feel like the best, before others see you as the best, before any evidence suggests you are the best. And the results will eventually match your behavior. Opportunities hide from the ordinary. Here's a secret many never understand. Opportunities do not appear to those who wait. They appear to those who prepare. People think luck is random, that success comes to the fortunate few. But the truth is, most opportunities walk right past ordinary people because those people have not become the version of themselves capable of recognizing and seizing them. You see, when you act as if you're the best, you operate with a level of alertness others don't have. Your mind sharpens. Your awareness increases. You start seeing possibilities that were invisible before because you raise your internal standard. Where others see inconvenience, you see a window. Where others see competition, you see possibility. Where others see failure, you see feedback. This is the power of acting like the best. You become the type of person opportunities look for. Failure becomes fuel. Not fear. People who act like the best deal with failure differently. The average person takes failure personally. They make it emotional. They internalize it and use it as proof that they shouldn't try again. But the best? They treat failure like data, not judgment, not identity, not shame, just information. They ask, what did this teach me? How can I refine my approach? What weakness did this reveal? What strength did I discover? While others crumble under criticism, they use it to build stronger foundations. This ability to convert pain into progress is one of the defining characteristics of champions. Because if you truly act like the best, then every challenge becomes a rehearsal for greatness. Preparation separates the good from the exceptional. There is a reason top performers spend more time preparing than performing. The average person practices until they get it right, but the best practice until they cannot get it wrong. There's a difference. Point one produces adequacy. The other produces mastery. To act like the best means you prepare with the seriousness of someone who respects excellence. You don't wing it. You don't hope for a lucky moment. You do the work behind the scenes, the invisible hours. That makes success look effortless later. People call it talent. People call it genius. But it is neither. It is disciplined preparation, stacked day after day, long before the rest of the world notices. The speed of decision reflects the strength of identity, and other key traits separates those who rise quickly from those who remain uncertain. The best make decisions fast and pivot slowly. The average make decisions slowly and pivot fast. When you act as if you're the best, you're not reckless. You're committed. You don't chase every idea. You don't bounce between goals. You don't let fear of mistakes freeze your potential. You gather the information you need and then you decide. And once you decide, you move forward with conviction, because hesitation destroys momentum. And momentum is where magic happens. In fitness, business, wealth, confidence, relationships, and personal development. When you identify as the best, you assume responsibility for your future. And responsibility kills indecision. You become an example. And an influence. Now, here's the part most people overlook. When you act like the best, it doesn't just change your life. It changes the environment around you. People notice, not because you boast, but because you begin to live differently. Your discipline inspires someone who thought discipline was impossible. Your consistency challenges someone who gave up too easily. Your courage wakes up something in people who forgot they had dreams. Your standards raise the room, silently but powerfully. You become walking proof that excellence is a choice, and that greatness is not reserved for a selective few, but for anyone willing to commit to it fully. That ripple effect is real. Excellence is contagious. It elevates everyone who is near it. And when you act as the best, you become a catalyst for someone else's transformation, often without even knowing it. Life rewards a person you choose to be. Today, most people believe the future is far away. But the truth is, your future is built in the next 10 minutes with the decisions, actions, and standards you choose right now. You don't become the best overnight. You become the best in small choices repeated consistently. Choosing to work when others rest. Choosing to learn when others complain. Choosing discipline when others choose excuses. Choosing growth when others choose comfort. Choosing integrity when others choose shortcuts. The world doesn't crown the talented. It crowns the disciplined. The universe doesn't reward the lucky. It rewards the prepared. Success doesn't come to people who feel ready. It comes to people who act like the best long before anyone else believes it. Begin today, right now, with one decision. So here's the question you must answer now. Who will you act like today? Not tomorrow. Not when the time is right. Not after I feel motivated. Today, will you move like the best? Will you speak like the best? Will you prepare like the best? Will you think like the best? Will you love, live, learn, and lead like the best? Because if you do, if you commit to that identity even imperfectly, your life will begin shifting in ways that will feel almost unfair. Opportunities will appear. People will treat you differently. Ideas will flow more naturally. Momentum will build. Standards will rise. Confidence will strengthen. And results will follow, inevitably, predictably, and powerfully. All because you made one foundational decision: to act as if you are the best, not to impress, not to pretend, not to compete, but to honor your capacity, your potential, and your responsibility to yourself. The world doesn't need more average behavior. It doesn't need more hesitation, more excuses, or more waiting. That IT needs examples. It needs people who show what's possible. It needs people who raise the standard. And that can be you, starting right now. You don't need permission. You need commitment. No one is coming to tell you you're worthy. No one is coming to declare you ready. No one is coming to anoint you as the best. That moment is yours to claim. But once you claim it, once you decide that from this day forward you will act with the precision, discipline, courage, and conviction of the best, your life will move in a direction most people only dream about. Because when you change your behavior, you change your identity. When you change your identity, you change your destiny. And it all begins with a decision so simple yet so powerful that most people never make it. Act as if you are the best, stand like the best, work like the best, show up like the best. Treat your mind, body, relationships, and goals like the best. And one day, sooner than you expect, you will look around and realize you're no longer acting. You became the best version of yourself.